for Parashat Shemot, we learned last week Parasha that Yaakov Avinu asked Yosef that I want you to bury me in Marat HaMachpelah, not in Mitzrayim. Now Yosef has such a big question in front of him. How should he break the news to Paro that he doesn't want to bury Yaakov Avinu in Mitzrayim and he wants to send him to Marat HaMachpelah? The Pasuk says, chapter Nun, Pasuk Dalet, Vaya'avru yemei bechiyato, Vaydaber Yosef, and Yosef said, El bet Paro lemor. He told bet Paro, Imna masadechem beinechem, if I favor in your eyes, that will not be Paro lemor. You should talk to the ears of Paro. Now, the Midrash says, what's bet Paro? The Pasuk doesn't say Vaydaber Yosef El Paro, it says bet Paro, the house of Paro. What does house of Paro mean? Unbelievable Midrash. The Midrash says that Yosef knew if he wants to convey this message to Paro, how should he break the news to Paro? He has to tell his wife. Bet Paro means his wife. If I could convince his wife that my father should be buried in Marat HaMachpelah, then the wife could break the news to the empire of the world. It's unbelievable. It's like Time magazine. Torah is like a newspaper of nowadays. If you want to get the empire of world, which is Paro at that time, sustains all of the world, and you want him to do something, how should you do it? You don't have to convince his cabinet. You don't have to convince the parliament. How should you do it? You convince his wife. Once you convince his wife, he does it. Therefore, all of the politics of the world is surrounding around the women and wife. You know, the way style, all of the things comes through women. Now, $6 billion question on the table is, how should Yosef convince his wife, the wife of Paro? How could you break the news to the wife of Paro? Now, Midrash says, unbelievable point, 3,000 years ago it was written, and it's fresh from oven today. Now, what does the Midrash says? The Midrash says, Paro spoke to her hairdresser. Her hairdresser, Yosef told her hairdresser that you should convince wife of Paro. Unbelievable point. You want to convince a lady to do something, who do you talk to? To her hairdresser, the one who gives her her beauty, the one who makes her beautiful, the one who tells her how beautiful you are. This man, this hairdresser, is somebody through making her beauty and giving beauty to her to convey the most important messages to her and convince her so much that she could convince the Paro. Unbelievable yesod. Therefore, Torah here is telling us all politics, all power, all money, all wealth goes through cosmetic, women, and women through the men. It's a very interesting point to understand this idea even better. We have a parasha in Torah. Torah tells us that when they made the Mishkan, the Pasuk says that they made a cure base for washing the hands. Torah tells us that where they get nechoshet to make the cure. Torah says that the nechoshet that they got from Mar'ot HaSo'ot, the mirrors that Chal Yisrael had. They brought the mirrors to Moshe Rabbeinu, and Moshe Rabbeinu, in other words, Chal Yisrael, they had the mirrors. The ladies had mirrors that used to beautify themselves. And when they brought for Mishkan, they even brought the mirrors. Moshe Rabbeinu said, what is it? These mirrors are vessels of Yetzer Hara, being used for Yetzer Hara, right? I don't want them. See the page 275 for chapter Lamed Zayin, Pasuk Chet. و یه عصه تکیور نخوشت و کنون نخوشت مرو دست بود اجساب پتخ و هلمایه. They made the washing base and washing water and washing base from the khoshet, from copper, the marud asod, from the mirrors that the Kahal Israel brought. Now Rashi, Torah, we should learn from Rashi. Rashi said marud asod, but Israel hayu biadan marud shirod bahen kishem dashod. But Israel that mirrors that they made themselves beautiful. Even those mirrors they brought it for Mishkan. Vaya Moes Moshe bahen mipnei she'asun yitzhara. Moshe says it's disgusting. We should use these mirrors for Mishkan. These mirrors are being used for Yetzer Hara. Amale HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem says, Kabel, accept them. Ki elu chavir alay min hakol. These are dear to me more than everything else. Shal yedehem hemidu hanashim sevakot rabot b'Mitzrayim. Because through these mirrors, the nashim, the ladies, built up, established all of these armies in Mitzrayim, the Har Israel, Kishayu, Ba'alem, Yekim, Ba'abudat Parech, when their husbands were working so hard, breaking, hard work breaking, they brought food for them and they fed them. And they would take the marot, we call Achad Roy Atzma im Ba'ala b'Mara, and they would sit themselves and their husband together in Mara, in the mirror. And they would appease them with the words, I'm more beautiful than you. And through that, they brought all of this army of the Har Israel. Very interesting. These mirrors were mirrors that they saw each other. They saw Roy Atzma in Ba'ala, herself with her husband in the mirror. Very beautiful. See, a person likes to see the best image of himself in the mirror. In other words, if somebody doesn't look so good in a way, you don't look at the mirror because you like to see the best image that you have. Now, they took the mirror, Roy Atzmaim Ba'ala. They made a beautiful image of themselves with the husband. Such a harmonious image, such a beautiful image. And that through that they awakened the husbands, and you know that they built up Kahal Israel. And they said, I'm more beautiful than you. That they awakened the husband that was so tired and couldn't move to say, no, you are more beautiful than me. Point of Chazal over here is that through the intimate relationship of seeing each other in the harmonious way, in the image, and husband telling the wife how beautiful, how nice you are, they build up all. And these marot are very kadosh, Hashem says that they are very dear to me, this marot. For we hear from here, a lady is under influence of somebody who tells her how beautiful you are, how nice you are. Don't forget, the Gemara says HaKadosh Baruch Hu created Yofi for women, the beauty for women. Very interesting. Paro is a husband. He doesn't give compliment to his wife. He uses his wife just as an object. Therefore, her hairdresser, that he tells her how beautiful you are, how nice you are, you look like a queen, is the one who has the most influence on her. The one who talks about her beauty, the one who gives the compliment, the one who gives has the most influence on her. For we hear from here such an important yesod in life. The fact that a lady should feel comfortable and should know that she is loved by her husband, that's the oxygen of her life. That gives her all of her stand, that gives her chiyut. That's the one who has influence to her. One could have influence hashpa on her. Therefore, it's very important in the ishut, life of the husband and wife, that the wife should know how precious, how beautiful, and how nice she is for the husband. Chas v'shalom, chas v'shalom. If a wife gets the wrong message through the behavior of the husband or through the husband's behavior and act, if she gets the wrong message, that's very dangerous. That's very bad, because that's the oxygen of her life. We have to make sure that she gets the oxygen. Now, once a man came to me and told me that my wife is telling me that I want to have another man in our life. Of course, we're not going to touch each other, we're not going to do anything. Just, it's my soulmate. I could feel comfortable to talk to him, and it comforts me. If a lady says like that, that means to say that the husband is not doing the proper job. The husband is not giving that validity that should give to the wife. And the wife has the vacuum. It's not her fault, it's his fault. That should provide that serenity, that intimate relationship, that she should feel happy and she should feel content. And through doing that, person could build up a good family, a good hashbah, good influence. And that's the point that we learn from Torah. And meanwhile, also we learn how does the politics of the world is going. All of the money, all of the wealth, all of the economy goes around cosmetics, women, and the way that they convey to their husbands in politics and everything around.